Shalom. I'm the brother Quatazap Sayan, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai with another lesson. But before I go on, I want to say Kal Halal Yamla Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rekakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth and who rule well. Peace and citations unto the Akim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Gan Akim. So today I want to speak about how the dragon spoke with draconian laws, which is written about in Revelation 13 and 11. I'm going to jump straight into it. This is Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast come up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Gone. And I beheld another beast come up out of the earth. Speaking about America, America, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Gone. So, a lamb, it's a docile creature. It looks all innocent. And he spoke as a dragon, meaning he's coming with some fierce laws, So these Edomites, when they come all innocent, but after a while, they're going to come with draconian laws, draconian legislations, and that's what's happening right now. In this time, in the coronavirus time, in the COVID-19. In the beginning, it looks all subtle, it looks all innocent. He's coming with some good decrees and some good laws to prevent you from getting sick. That's how it looks like. But in the meantime, he's cooking up something. He's making himself some tools which he can use to persecute you. That's how these people work. That's how these people think. You see? So let me go into that word draconian for a second to prove that that is meant with he spoke as a dragon. And draconian. And draconian. It's from 1759 of or pertaining to Draco, the ancient Greek statesman, in reference to laws, rigorous, extremely severe or harsh. Earlier draconic, which is implied from 1640s. Gone. But if you read this, his name, can I highlight this? No, it's not letting me. But if you read this, his name seems to mean literally sharp-sighted, sea dragon. You see? So they coming with some sharp-sighted and harsh and severe laws. That's what is meant with he spake as a dragon. Let's go to Wikipedia. Slovakia. That's the Dutch version. We need the English version. Draconian is an adjective meaning great severity that derives from Draco, an Athenian law scribe under whom small offenses had heavy punishment. You see? So these people that broke a small law, they had heavy punishment. And that's the same thing that they're using right now. Draconian law. Gone. If you just type in draconian and corona, then you see a lot of articles because these people are coming with some severe laws just to so-called keep you safe from yourself, from getting sick. But that's I don't know, man. That's just wicked. That's just bullshit. You know, for lack of better terms, they are so-called trying to help you, prevent you from getting sick. But in the meantime, they're creating a tool and a snare for themselves so that they can catch you with that snare. You know, so that they can beat you up with that tool. You see, all these draconian coronavirus restrictions. Welsh minister to be given draconian powers. So these people know, man. These people are using certain certain words that spark the thoughts of the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to go into the scriptures and to prove that we're living in that time, that we're living in the beginning of Jacob's trouble. You understand? So let me go back. So he spoke as a dragon, right? Let me go to the book of Isaiah 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. So they're taking away your rights bit by bit, piece by piece. If you don't see that, you know, they're trying to tell you, they're asking you to stay home. If that doesn't work, they're coming with laws and legislations to keep you to stay home, you know. In the meantime, they're manipulating and changing the whole environment you live in. Look at the stores. The stores are being subjected onto these laws. You know, if you don't want to keep the law, but still the stores have to abide by those rules, because otherwise they're going to get major fines. So they are going to take this serious, and they're going to adapt to this new system, this new beast system, you know, to these laws, these draconian laws that are being legislated. You see? And they're taking away bit by bit the rights of the poor. And who is the poor? The poor is the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. They are the poor in this society. They are on the bottom of the food chain. That widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Gone. So they are going for the weakest of our nation. They're going for the widows, and they're going for the fatherless. You know, because our men, they used to leave their women, you know, because of the curses of Deuteronomy 28. A lot of Jakes haven't been brought up by their father, because their father went away, their father left their mother. You see? But the scripture says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Woe means destruction. So destruction is going to come upon these people that write all this grievousness, because this grievousness, what they're writing, is not for the people. This is for them to empower themselves even more in the system, you know, to bring about this cashless society, to conjure up fear in these people. That's what they're doing. They're not doing it for the people, they're doing it for themselves. You see? And the poor of the people is the Israelites. And the Israelites, you Jakes, you are going to be the new face of COVID-19. Because you already see what they're doing in China. Bear with me for a second. Come on, you see it here. This article, Black Americans face alarming rates of coronavirus infections in some states. Is your beard putting you at risk from coronavirus? Actually, they are gonna pinpoint it to the prophets of the Most High, because now they're saying that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the minority, that they are dying at a higher rate than normal Americans. So, they're putting them as the new face of Corona. You understand? It actually is going to go further than that. They're going to come after the men of the Lord. But that's a lesson for another day. Come. So, let me get this other scripture, the last scripture, which is in Psalms 8 and 8. So this is Psalms 10 and 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Gone. So you don't see him when he attacks. He attacks through these legislations and through these laws and through these decrees that he's putting out there. And let's go into the word privily for a second, which is tasapan, which means to hide. He's hidden. He's keeping himself hidden. You're not seeing them taking action right now. Not now. It's too soon. They're going to have to let the decree and these laws, be out there for a minute. And after a while, they're going to look at the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and then they're going to come hard. That's why the apostle said this is the beginning of Jacob's trouble. Because now they have been killing us. They have been slaughtering us day by day, day to day, daily. But now they're going to get even a bigger tool to do that. You see? Verse 9. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. You see, this is his net. These devices that he's thinking of, these laws and legislations, he's using the internet also, he's using the media, he's using all of this as scare tactics, and pulling out some decrees in the meantime, So everything is written in the Bible, everything's been prophesied in the Bible that's going to come to pass in these times. So those were some scriptures I wanted to go over, that Esau, America, is that lamb that speaks as a dragon. So Lord willing, this video was edifying, and I want to say Kal Halal Yamla Yahweh Basham Yahushai Basham Rakakudash Shalom Akim.